to 38 are injured. Moving on now to the Delhi Dangal that is on between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, and that is only picking up pace as we inch closer to the elections of the civic body here in the national capital. Opening up a new front against Team Kejriwal, or as some would say, old wine in a new bottle, the Saffron Party renewed its allegations against Kejriwal's deputy over the Delhi excise policy. Now, some taunts and barbs were exchanged on social media, some came through news conferences, but the ultimate goal for the BJP was to put the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal specifically in a tight spot. Loss to the exchequer, loot of public money and an attempt to mislead the people of Delhi. Those are the allegations that the BJP is levelling against the Aam Aadmi Party. Now this comes just a day after Arvind Kejriwal put the blame squarely on the centre for arm twisting the Delhi government into rolling back its excise policy. Arvind Kejriwal cited the Punjab model with the same policy to bolster his argument. So is there a scam or is there not? If there is, then who is the mastermind of it? And if there isn't a scam, then are the people of Delhi being misled and by whom? Before I put those questions to my panelists, take a look at what has transpired so far. The Delhi Liquorgate storm is not ending anytime soon. BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party have been at loggerheads over the alleged liquor scam in which Kejriwal's deputy is accused number one. In a fresh salvo, BJP released a poster of a movie taking a swipe at Manish Sisodia. The poster reads Looteras, which has been directed by Arvind Kejriwal, they say, and produced by Sukesh Chandrasekhar. The star cast, according to the BJP, includes Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia.
Mr. Manish Sisodia and all the others who have been looting Delhi in one after the other scam, from Sharab Ghotala to Tihar ke andar Ghotala to Hawala Ghotala, and therefore this is a reflection of the sentiment of the people of Delhi.
Mincing no words, the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo had slammed the centre and said that the liquor policy was rolled back because officers were threatened.
31 जुलाई को हमें इस पॉलिसी को एक्सटेंड करना था. सारे अफसरों को धमका दिया गया फ़ोन कर करके, अगर इसको तुमने एक्सटेंड किया तो तुम्हें सबको सस्पेंड कर देंगे. कोई ऑफिसर एक्सटेंड करने को तैयार नहीं था. दिल्ली में पहले 850 दुकानें होती थी, वो दुकानें 350 बच गई, जिसकी वजह से दुकानों के ऊपर अफरा तफरी हो गई, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम हो गई. कोई जो दुकानें खाली थी उसका ऑक्शन करने को ऑफिसर तैयार नहीं था. वी हैड नो ऑप्शन, वी वर फोर्स्ड टू टेक इट बैक. सेम पॉलिसी पंजाब में अभी लागू है. पंजाब में 48% रेवेन्यू बढ़ गया है. सेम पॉलिसी, डिटो पॉलिसी इज वर्किंग इन पंजाब. तो अगर पंजाब में वो पॉलिसी काम कर सकते, दिल्ली में क्यों नहीं कर सकती? गंदी राजनीति चल रही है. अगर इतनी हमने ये पॉलिसी क्यों बनाई? बिकॉज लीकेजेस बहुत ज़्यादा थे. उस लीकेजेस की वजह से हमने पॉलिसी बनाई कि दुकानों को ऑक्शन ट्रांसपेरेंट तरीके से ऑक्शन कर देंगे. ऑक्शनिंग की हमने. दिल्ली पंजाब में ऑक्शनिंग की 48% रेवेन्यू इंक्रीज हो गया. दिल्ली में भी हो सकता था.
As the Liquorgate drama peaks day by day, and with MCD elections just around the corner, who really is fooling the Aam Aadmi of Delhi? Bureau Report, CNN News 18. BJP spokesperson Vineet Goenka joins me on this broadcast. Former Chief Secretary of Delhi, Umesh Sehgal, is with us. Political analyst Dr. Piyush Joshi and Professor D.K. Giri now with me on this broadcast. But I want to ask my first question to Umesh Sehgal. Now, we've heard the kind of allegations politically, Mr. Sehgal, as far as the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party are concerned. But let's get to the moot point about this policy. The policy that was rolled back, which now Arvind Kejriwal said that they were arm twisted. The officers were threatened by the central government, which is why they were forced to take it back. He also cites the example of the same policy in another state where the Aam Aadmi Party is in power and says, look at the amount of revenue gain we've made there. 48% is what he pegs it at. So why then did the Aam Aadmi Party not claim this arm twisting and this intimidation tactic back then when they rolled it back? Does it look like an allegation that is being made in hindsight now?
Well, I don't know if it is being made in hindsight, but it was not the officers who rolled back the policy, it was the cabinet which rolled back the policy. And if you see the time late lines, you will see that today when the LG makes a complaint to the CBI and it comes out in the press, and in a couple of days the policy is withdrawn. The policy is put on hold. Then the LG allowed it to continue for another month, and then it was changed and it was reverted back to the government shops. So I don't think this policy makes any sense. This allegation makes any sense because the officers had no reason to be consulted. As Kejriwal rightly said, July it was to be extended, 31st July. It could have been extended. There was no one preventing the cabinet from not extending it. They themselves decided not to extend it. As far as the allegation that Delhi has lost money and Punjabi has gained money because of, according to him, pressure on the officers, it's irrelevant. But Delhi and Punjab are not at par. Delhi has a master plan. Delhi has a conforming and non-conforming areas. Delhi has an international airport. Now you have made the international airport one zone which you have auctioned, and in that zone the airport authorities did not allow shops to be opened. And it was the tender policies clearly said that it's your responsibility to ensure that you will get the necessary permissions. Government is not going to help you, and you don't get the permissions. 148 crores are returned to them. That was totally against. I mean, this is one of the allegations. I won't say that this is proved, but this is one of the serious allegations. Right. It's not relevant to what Punjab is happening. Then the second thing was that in non-conforming areas, they also auctioned. Then everybody should know what is the non-conforming area. You don't need to go to the directory or to Google to find out. Non-conforming area means that it is not conforming to a commercial activity. It is not even conforming to a residential activity. Right. So obviously, if you are going to auction shops there, you must ensure that the permissions are in position already. You can't later tell or put it on the shopkeepers to clearly say that we will get the permissions. Now you say last minute LG did not allow us, they said you go to the MCD. Now here again, Delhi is not the same as Punjab. Punjab doesn't have a master plan, Punjab doesn't have non-conforming areas. When you auction it in a district, the excise rules, they went set up your shop anywhere in the district.
Right.
Now,
so it's like comparing apples and oranges when you make the Punjab and the Delhi comparison. That's really the essence of what you're saying, Umesh Sehgal. And I want to get in Professor Giri on that. So this comparison that the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal also keep making about the Punjab model, like look how it works great in Punjab, look at the amount of revenue that we've gained there. We could have done the same with Delhi, but you stopped us from doing it, putting the blame squarely on the centre. One, of whether that actually stands good, like Mr. Sehgal was pointing out, that you can't compare the two. Second, why not make these allegations when it was rolled back, when the cabinet rolled it back 2-3 months ago? Why is it now belatedly coming out?
You heard the difference in administrative dynamics by a senior bureaucrat. I do not have to comment on that. When Mr. Kejriwal is saying about both the states they are ruling and you are saying it is working, you are perhaps saying that it will work in Punjab. They have full control over the administration there. In Delhi, what the former chief secretary omitted to say is that Delhi, I kept saying it is a hub state. You know, there are two centers of authority and LG overriding the chief minister. So that is also a problem here. So, but this is a political exercise. You know, the excise policy is being investigated by the relevant authorities. It may go to the court. Right. So, having a press conference talking about the excise policy does well for BJP as the elections, as you yourself said, elections are approaching, MCD election, etc. But it does not cut any ice really. This is a futile, meaningless exercise to run a media trial when the matters are being investigated. You see, so BJP had several press conferences. They are now banking on this Chandrasekhar fellow who is a confirmed con man. So I really pity the despair of BJP. They should do better than that. They're a mightier party.
Right. Now the devil is in the details, and that's really what you are saying. But that's also what the allegation against Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party is, that you're not really going into the details of what this excise policy was. What really were the problems of why you had to roll it back? Until yesterday, there was absolutely no word of any arm twisting being done, of any officers not willing to extend it. It was just yesterday where Arvind Kejriwal came out and made that allegation, while yet again making the Punjab comparison. So what really went missing? That really is the most important bit, and someone needs to talk about that. Of course, it is a matter of investigation now, and eventually it will come out. But that detail is what the Aam Aadmi Party is perhaps not wanting to give out, or for some reason isn't. And that's the detail that the people of Delhi want to know, Vineet Goenka. That's the detail that everybody wants to know about.
one more sentence. How do you check the veracity of these statements? Kejriwal makes a statement, former secretary is making a statement. Now my friend Vinay
Arvind
Goenka will
Kejriwal is
make
the
a
Chief
statement.
Minister of the
I mean,
state,
we're
sir.
all
How do you
making
not take
statements.
his
Let
word
the
at face
veracity
value?
has to be
Are you saying
examined
we
by the
can't
court.
take a Chief Minister's word at face value?
Oh, you cannot. I say Chief Minister is elected 3 times. You cannot check it. You are telling him that he is not telling the truth. That is
I'm not
really
saying
an
that, sir.
assault on democracy.
I'm not
So
saying
fair
that at
enough.
all.
As I said, don't take anybody. Let court examine the
Absolutely,
veracity
which
of
is
all
what I
these
said. It's in the
statements.
realm of
But your
allegations now.
statement,
I am
my
not
statement.
casting aspersions on anyone. I'm
Well, you did.
just saying that people of Delhi want to know the details of why exactly was the policy rolled back. There were many panelists from the Aam Aadmi Party that on our show, on the channel, on multiple channels in public forum, have spoken of how there was some sort of lacunae which had to be worked on, which is why the policy was rolled back.
Journalists
That's
like
not...
you should take that to the people. It
That's
is your responsibility.
Absolutely. It's
Through
also the
your channel,
responsibility
tell the
of
people what
the
are the facts.
elected representative like the Chief Minister 3 times, as you say, for him to come out and give those details to the public, because Aam Aadmi Party came on the plank of transparency, of a clean governance. The onus lies on them to come out and be transparent about it, and which is why we're asking those questions. It's not that we're asking questions only of the Aam Aadmi Party. I'll ask questions of the BJP as well, because like you said, there are press conferences that are being made every single day pretty much, Mr. Goenka, that we see BJP spokesperson come out and make these allegations against the Aam Aadmi Party. Is there any credence to those allegations that you're making, or are you simply just keeping the pot boiling because it works politically for you?
Yep. Good question.
Poonamji, Ram Ram to you and everybody on the show and everybody who is watching this particular show. There are 2 data points which I like to share with your audience, and then you can decide how do we go ahead. In the old policy, every day Delhi government, NGT government is to collect 25.5 crore rupees as taxes. In the new policy, it reduced to 17.5 crore rupees. The effective loss per day was 8 crore rupees. Now this policy was in effect for 7-8 months. My assumption is that it was more than 1800 crore rupees which the Delhi government lost. This is one data point which I wanted to share with you. I'll repeat it. Earlier 25.5 crore rupees was the collection per day. The collection went down to 17.5 crore rupees. So the total loss per day, every day, was 8 crore rupees. Now you multiply with the number of days the new policy was there. My estimation is it is more than 1800 crore rupees. Number 2 data point which I want to put it in front of your august gathering, your learned audience who is there. A bottle of liquor of 750 ml is to cost 550 rupees. Out of this 550 rupees, what was the bifurcation? Delhi government is to get 330 plus rupees, 330 plus rupees per bottle, and the commission to the Thekedar was 8 rupees. Now, after this policy came in, Thekedar gets, how much? He gets 33 rupees. And where is the loss? The loss is to the government, and the government loss per bottle is 322 rupees. Now, why does the government want to have a loss of 322 rupees per bottle? Beyond this, the commission was increased from 2% to 12%, so that there can be a kickback of 6%. Now this has been investigated. Per box, the retailer was given a discount of 50 rupees. I have never heard this kind of leverages. The number of days the liquor can be sold in Delhi has increased because they have reduced dry days.
Right.
The number of hours liquor can be sold in Delhi has been increased tremendously because they can be sold post midnight. And EMD, earlier, the senior bureaucrat has already discussed that, earnest money deposit of 30 crore rupees was refunded, which was not in the law. It was not their personal money. As per the law, they should have been forfeited. 144 crore rupees waiver was given, which was not right. Now, where does this information come from and whether it is right or wrong? Before that, I'd like to put one point in front of all the Delhiites. Our Deputy Chief Minister, Manish Sisodia ji, while it was COVID, people were dying. He did a PowerPoint presentation called as equitable distribution of liquor. He never thought of doing a PowerPoint presentation on equitable distribution of COVID relief or
now, Mr. Goenka,
medicines
I'd like
or
to
water or
interrupt you
Yamuna water
there,
or
just
pollution.
there, because I'd like to reiterate my question. Is there a reason you're keeping this pot boiling? Because none of these allegations that you spoke of in the last 2 minutes are new. You've been saying this ever since the policy was rolled back.
Because ever since the policy came in, we knew that there is something foul. Now, who are these people? Who is this Vijay? Somebody has to answer this, and only Manish Sisodia can answer it. Who is this Vijay Nair? Who is this Arjun Pandey?
So why hold press
what is there in
conferences every
Abhishek
single day and
Bornupalli?
ask those same
He has to tell
questions?
us
That's
what
exactly
happened
what
in
I'm trying to
Kolkata.
ask you.
I'll tell you what.
I'll reiterate my question, Mr. Goenka. That's exactly what I'm trying to ask you. Is there a reason you're keeping this pot boiling? Does it have to do with the MCD elections? Does it have to do with the other elections?
Delhi loses revenue to my people. Delhi loses revenue to my people have been made drunkard. They have been thrown out of the school under some garbs of some educational reform. Two, they have been forced to drink liquor just because they want to have revenues for themselves. And the revenue does not go to the exchequer. Understand this, 8 crore rupees loss per day. And Delhi youngsters were pushed to drink so that Arvind Kejriwal and his gang can get this money. It's a shameless act by elected government, ma'am. I feel pity. And then this approver, Dinesh Arora, he is coming on record. What happened? How much money was paid? Did this amount something, 4 crore rupees, 1 crore rupees? What happened in that particular hotel? Now, these are all on public domain. Who is this Radha Industries? We are asking
and the
this
investigation
question.
is on. Several
And
of those
Manish
accused
Sisodia
have been
should tell
arrested.
this.
Based on their testimonies, more people have been, more
So
connections
that is
have been
nothing to do with
unearthed.
pot boiling.
Those have been arrested as
its
well, and that
heart is
investigation is
burning,
on. And Dr. Joshi, I'd like to get you in on that as far
I'll
as
tell you one
the
more, Poonam,
Delhiite
if you
and the
permit me just
voter
30
is
seconds.
concerned.
Can you permit me 30 seconds?
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Can you permit me 30 seconds?
Yes, Mr. Goenka, go ahead.
No elected government in the world would like to push their people to problems. Drinking creates not only health issues but domestic violence. My sisters would suffer. Children are pushed out of the school because their parents, they drink, their father drinks.
Sure.
We have seen road rages, we have seen accidents. The amount of money which has been spent on medicines in Delhi would increase. The life expectancy will come down. For God's sake, don't sell liquor. And don't push liquor just because you want to have a kickback. Forget politics, man. Would you and I like to have a friend or known person who is drunkard and creates problem to himself, to the society or the family? What a shameless act.
Sure. But we all know that the revenue that comes from
pity,
liquor across the country
Forget about
for state
politics and
governments
elections.
is a huge
how
amount
does
of
he
money,
go back and
which
show
then
his face
is
to his
used by
family?
the state governments for welfare schemes and such works, and which is also why we see the kind of taxes that are levied on
if that was the
alcohol
case, why
across
did he
the country.
roll back the new
Not
policy?
Yes, that is a question that we will ask
If
the
that
Aam Aadmi
was the
Party, and I
case,
want to get
if
in
that was the
Dr.
case, then why
Joshi
did
as
he
well,
roll
who
back
has
the
been
new policy?
patiently
And
waiting
why was
and
the new
listening on
policy
while this debate
ditching
goes.
in 8
Mr.
crore
Goenka,
rupees
I will come back to you. I gave you your time. I want to now get in Dr. Piyush Joshi, who has been patiently listening to all that's been transpiring on this debate. And Dr. Joshi, in the end, it is the voter, it is the people of Delhi that want to know, was there something amiss? Was there money that the government should have made which could have then be used for the welfare of the people? Or is this just a political narrative? Because it suits everybody's purpose. And what happens is the key issues that matter to the people of Delhi get lost.
It is a fair question. And how do we determine that whether there is something amiss, whether there was an act of corruption, or whether there was a quid pro quo? The courts are going to decide it. Okay, so that's there. And the matter is sub judice. We can discuss it from sunrise to sunset, and we will reach nowhere because the BJP has its own narrative to prove, and the Aam Aadmi Party has its own explanations to give. Now, what are we going to do when we are faced with such dilemma? Let the courts decide. Let the audits happen. There is an audit process. All the accounts of any elected government are regularly audited by the government authorities. So let all these take place. Let all these happen. Now, apart from the technical aspects of the alleged Liquorgate, I will still say it is an alleged Liquorgate because it is the loss in the licensing fees that has led to the loss of revenue in the first quarter of the policy. But nevertheless, let us come to that poster part. If there is one single party in the whole country which gets involved in the negative campaigning, it is, as much it is getting on a fairly regular basis, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party. Whether it is the Gujarat election, whether it is someday they call Kejriwal an anarchist, another day they call them a Lootera, third day they will call them a Khalistani. So I don't know what. You have been in NCD for 15 odd years now. Now, project your own work, go to people, tell them that this is what we all did for you and vote us based on those facts. But no, because they haven't done anything worth mentioning. So that's why they keep on getting involved in all this kind of negative campaigning. This is ludicrous and this is preposterous, the kind of postering that they are getting involved in.
I will get you in because this is the allegation that the BJP faces more often than not, and not just in Delhi, across different parts of the country. Every time there is an investigation by an agency, the allegation always is that you're targeting opposition, you're targeting your political rivals, and you're timing it to elections. You somehow hope to reap political dividend out of it.
I have no words to thank Piyush Joshi ji, who is a proxy speaker on behalf of AAP right now. AAP does not send official spokesperson, but anyhow, he gave me an opportunity to tell him and also to the audience who is watching this debate what we did in MCD. I'll give you one comparative immediately right now. Times of India, 1st February 2019. I repeat, 1st February 2019. If you take it,
Goenka ji, tell the
academic
people,
year
don't tell
2017
me.
to 18.
I know what you did. Tell the people, sir. Tell the people who did and our votes based on that.
Poonam ji, my upbringing is that I don't speak in between. If you can request your guest, please.
Sure, Dr.
So
Joshi, you had your opportunity.
Academic year
Yes,
2017-18.
Just an interjection, nothing else, madam.
Sure.
So in academic...
Go ahead, Mr. Goenka.
Piyush ji, my upbringing does not allow me to speak in between. Please, so let me complete, please. Academic year 2017-18. In Delhi-run schools, Delhi government-run school, 1,55,436 students failed. They only re-admitted 52582, that is 52,582 students. 1,02,854 students were thrown out of the academic circle, the cycle itself. 1,02,854 students were thrown out in 1 year itself, academic year 17-18. And this is a report by Times of India dated 1st February 2019. MCD took all these students. This is one thing which I wanted to tell to Piyush. Number 2, in COVID, when everybody was suffering, and my Safai Mitra, my Valmiki brother, who is a sweeper in this MCD, was working there relentlessly without fearing COVID, helping the citizens. Arvind Kejriwal and his gang decided not to pay the dues to MCD, and so that we choked the money and we were delaying the salaries. But this Safai Mitra, this Valmiki Mitra of mine, he never stopped cleaning. So this is a second point. MCD boosted them.
Sure, let's come back to the subject at hand. Yes, MCD elections are around the corner.
Second.
And
he asked me, Madam, Poonam,
yeah, and you made your point, sir, but I'm running out of time and I really want the debate to come back to the
Let me tell you one more point. If he has courage, I'll tell the second point.
My apologies with you,
Mr.
Goenka, but I cannot let this go on because I want to have I want Mr. Sehgal to have the last word as far as this particular case and this particular allegation is concerned.
We saved a life of 1 lakh students in one academic year in MCD.
As far as the liquor policy is concerned, whether or not there is something amiss, whether or not there were lacunae that had to be worked out of oversight, or was there some deliberate ploy at play, all of that is going to be determined by a court of law, by investigating agencies. All of it now is in the realm of allegations. The agency will have to prove those allegations in a court of law against all of the accused, not just Manish Sisodia, who was the man at the helm of affairs. So why then make it political? Why not let law take its course so that the people of Delhi finally have the answers of what exactly happened?
You have a point, but the point is that it is not a political issue, but it's an important issue which needs to be discussed. And many things not concerning the investigation going on are also there. Let us say this auction policy. Now you say it is working in Punjab, it is working in UP, it is working in Rajasthan. Why for the last 60, 70 years these shops have never been auctioned in Delhi? In the country liquor shops were auctioned till the early 70s, if I remember right, and then it had to be stopped because of various other reasons. Delhi is different from other states. Let us be very clear on this. It is a metropolitan city.
Right.
It is not a conglomeration of villages and small towns. It is a big city, and it was never auctioned here. Now you are doing a new thing.
Right.
There's nothing wrong in a government doing a new thing. You do a new thing, but do it carefully. And
absolutely,
if it fails,
and you need to ensure that you have a plan in place before you actually put it out, and then you are left with perhaps embarrassment when you have to take it back, and then questions are being raised, and that also gives ammunition to your political rivals. And like I said, while we have those allegations and counter allegations go on between political parties, all that happens is the voter loses out because the issues that actually matter, the issues that politicians should be talking of, should be working towards, they somewhere get lost, and that's really the tragedy. I'm running out of time, and I thank you all gentlemen for joining us here on this broadcast. But the political debate in Delhi between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, of course, will continue, and we here will keep a track of all that and much more. Do stay tuned with us.
Baba Saheb Banchi Shiv Sena. Now, only 6 of the total 19 MPs who've been elected on the Sena ticket are still with Uddhav Thackeray. On Kritika's joining, Maharashtra's CM said that his join will strengthen his party. 2 Maoists were killed in an exchange fire in Ramgiri forest of Odisha. The Odisha police started its operation after tip-off about the presence of 20 Maoists in the forest. After exchange of fire, the police recovered 1 tiffin bomb, 3 rifles, detonators, solar mobile chargers and 10 sealed pockets of ganja. A schoolgirl fought with a gun-wielding robber, in fact multiple robbers, who tried to snatch the gold chain from her mother in Punjab's Tarn Amritsar Road. This happened when 2 bike-borne youths stopped a woman and child and snatched the woman's gold chain and fled. Following the incident, the police registered a case on the basis of the CCTV footage. Further probe is still on.
जिस संबंधी मुकदमा नंबर 242 बटा 22 अंडर सेक्शन 379 की 2554 फार्मा डायरेक्ट के तहत दर्ज किया गया ते सीसीटीवी कैमरे में फुटेज करा के दोषियों की शनाख्त कर भाल की जा रही है ते अगली कार्रवाई जो भी दोषियों गिरफ्तार करके.
In yet another horrifying video which is currently doing the rounds on social media, a pet dog can be seen biting a security guard of a housing society in Uttar Pradesh's Greater Noida. The entire incident has been captured on CCTV. In a video going viral, a man was seen lying under a moving train trying to save himself at Kahalgaon railway station in Bihar's Bhagalpur district. According to locals, the person was crossing the railway track to catch the train when the incident occurred. 12 districts in Tamil Nadu, including Chennai and Tiruvallur, have declared a rain holiday for schools and colleges due to heavy showers in parts of the state. The TN Municipal Administration said that other parts of the state, including Puducherry and its Karaikal area, would likely receive rain on 3 more days. 5 weddings were delayed at the Anjaneya temple in Chennai's Puliyanthoppu area due to waterlogging inside the temple. Couples who had scheduled their wedding months ago lined up outside the temple, braving the extreme weather conditions. The people of Chennai appealed to the government to take steps to clear the waterlogged roads and also the water inside the temple premises.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the swanky new Terminal 2 of the Kempegowda International Airport here in Bengaluru, and we are inside the terminal. We'll get your inside look on how this futuristic green terminal looks. One of the crucial concepts in the design is to ensure that
Good evening, hello and welcome. You're watching CNN News 18, and on this broadcast in the next half an hour, we're going to get you a quick roundup of all that's made news, not just here in the country, but around the world. Let's get started. England had a smashing victory against Pakistan in the finals of the T20 World Cup, carrying the title home from Melbourne. Ben Stokes and Sam Curran were the stars of the night as they edged over Pakistan by 5 wickets. With this, England holds both the 50 and the 20 over titles of the World Cup to their name.
Great bowling. The score was a little bit less. Otherwise, it would have been very good defendable total.
Yeah.
He wants to see the cup going to England.
Maybe next time it will come to Pakistan.
It was great game, great game.
At the end of the day, the better team won, and that's what we started off with. We said like, who's going to turn up on this day? They're going to win the game, and that's what happened.
पाकिस्तान की तरफ से भी बहुत अच्छा ग्रेड हुआ है, बहुत अच्छा गेम हुआ है सर. इंग्लैंड भी पाकिस्तान वही जीता. लेकिन आप देखिए, अब इंडिया के खिलाफ इन्होंने इतना अच्छा खेला. आप क्रिकेट को सपोर्ट करना चाहिए.
Prime Minister Modi will be visiting Indonesia tomorrow to attend the G20 summit. Some of the most powerful figures will assemble together at the summit, which is going to be held in Bali, instead including 17 world leaders. Prime Minister Modi shall formally be taking over India's G20 chairmanship for the 2023 year at this event.
The key points that the Prime Minister will highlight will obviously be the theme of India, that is one earth, one family, one future. and that is what we believe in. And we believe in Vasudev Kutumbakam, which has been announced by the Honorable Prime Minister. There's been a huge number of crises which are confronting the world.
BJP uploaded another video of TMC Minister Akhil Giri, who allegedly insulted President Murmu. Malviya said that Mamata Banerjee's minister is a repeat offender and had earlier made a similar comment on the 27th of October against Draupadi Murmu, the president. He called TMC an anti-tribal party. Mehbooba Mufti has slammed the BJP for exploiting Kashmiri Pandits for their votes. PDP chief has accused the Election Commission of turning a blind eye to what the BJP has been doing in the elections, labelling them as an extension to them. She added that in Himachal Pradesh, the BJP campaigned for elections on a religious basis and that Muslims have openly been threatened during the same. Tussle between the Delhi government and the centre over the excise policy is far from over. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal launched a fresh attack on the centre over rolling back of the policy and said that his government had introduced a transparent mechanism for auction of liquor shops, but the policy had to be taken back due to centre's propaganda and conspiracy.
31 जुलाई को हमें इस पॉलिसी को एक्सटेंड करना था। सारे अफसरों को धमका दिया गया फ़ोन कर करके, अगर इसको तुमने एक्सटेंड किया तो तुम्हें सबको सस्पेंड कर देंगे। कोई ऑफिसर एक्सटेंड करने को तैयार नहीं था। दिल्ली में पहले 850 दुकानें होती थी, वो दुकानें 350 बच गई, जिसकी वजह से दुकानों के ऊपर अफरा तफरी हो गई, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम हो गई। कोई जो दुकानें खाली थी उसका ऑक्शन करने को ऑफिसर तैयार नहीं था। वी हैड नो ऑप्शन, वी वर फोर्स्ड टू टेक इट बैक।
The Delhi BJP made a blistering attack against Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi Manish Sisodia by mocking him, saying, "Beware of these Looteras." BJP tweeted an image showing Sisodia on a bike similar to the poster of a Bollywood film. Poster even says the film is directed by Arvind Kejriwal, liquor scam motion pictures and produced by Sukesh Chandrasekhar.
Today, the entire people of Delhi are saying Aam Aadmi Party is a party of Lootera. This is a liquor motion production film directed by Arvind Kejriwal, and it is a Mahathag and Sukesh production film where the star cast involves Mr. Satyendra Jain, Mr. Manish Sisodia and all the others who have been looting Delhi in one after the other scam.
Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma reiterated BJP's commitment to the Citizenship Amendment Act. While addressing the media, CM Himanta Biswa Sarma said that the BJP is committed to implementing Citizenship Amendment Act and it's just a matter of time before the rules are framed.
CA is being discussed in the forum of Supreme Court. BJP is committed to CA. It is a Hindu's legitimate right to become citizen in their motherland. There is a people who protested against CA. Thereafter COVID comes. So it is in a process, but BJP remain committed. Parliament has passed the legislation. It is a matter of time when you will see.
Himanta Biswa Sarma hit out at the Indian National Congress for their so-called internal elections. He said the result was known and declared even before the counting of votes. He added that 1,000 people who voted for Shashi Tharoor are the only ones with courage and that they should join the BJP. After Himanta Biswa Sarma hit out at the Congress over their elections, Shashi Tharoor came out and said that those who have courage will never join the Saffron Party.
Those who show courage will never join the BJP. It is those who do not have the courage to fight who might be tempted to do so.
As per sources, Congress is under no pressure to sort out the Rajasthan issue. The decision is expected perhaps post-Gujarat elections. The Grand Old Party does not want to upset the system before elections as Ashok Gehlot is in charge for the party in Gujarat. 5 students have been arrested for assaulting their batchmate at a private institute in Hyderabad. The horrific incident, which went viral on social media, triggered sharp reactions from across the country. The accused are all first-year students of BBA and LLB except for 2 second-year students. 5 of those caught on this video are still absconding. Ravichandran, one of the convicts in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, said that people of North India should see them as victims instead of a terrorist or a killer. Ravichandran further added that time and power determine who is a terrorist and who is a freedom fighter, but time will judge them as innocent even if there are people calling them terrorists.
ஆறுதல் என்ற வார்த்தை தான் சரியாக இருக்கும். ஏனென்றால் இந்த 30 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு பிறகு வெற்றி களிப்பை சுவைப்பதற்கு ஏதுமில்லை. ஏற்கனவே சொன்னது போல் இந்த மகிழ்ச்சி என்னுடையதல்ல, தோழர்களுடைய தமிழ் மக்களுடைய உலக தமிழினத்துடைய மகிழ்ச்சியாகும். எமது இந்த விடுதலைக்கு வித்திட்ட உலக தமிழினத்தின் அன்பும் பரிவும் எம்மால் என்று மறக்க இயலாதது.
The Kerala High Court has directed the Travancore and Cochin Devaswam Board to ensure proper facilities to Sabrimala pilgrims. The suggestion comes after the High Court considered a petition based on the report of the Special Commissioner of Sabrimala regarding the management of the temple board. The next hearing is on the 15th of November. Delhi AQI continues to be in the very poor category. The overall AQI on Sunday morning was at 320. The air quality was seen as an improvement from yesterday. Adjoining areas like Noida and Ghaziabad also remain in poor categories.
यहाँ पोल्यूशन बहुत ज़्यादा है, ज़्यादा नहीं बहुत ज़्यादा है, और सांस लेने में दिक्कत होती है हम लोगों को. सुबह में हम लोग निकलते हैं तो बहुत परेशानी होती है इससे, ठीक है ना. यहाँ धुआं ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा दिखाई दे रहा है.
पोल्यूशन तो बढ़ ही रहा है दिन प्रतिदिन. कहीं भी आप देखें चारों तरफ धुंध ही धुंध छाई हुई है, और ये चाहे दिल्ली में हो, चाहे गाजियाबाद में हो, चाहे नोएडा में हो, चाहे फरीदाबाद में, सब जगह यही हाल है.
Pollution has been constantly rising in the northern states since Diwali, and many are facing health issues. Earlier, schools and colleges were shut to deal with the alarming AQI levels. Now there has been an increase in demand for cough syrup in Uttar Pradesh's Meerut. Markets have been thronged by people to stock up.
कफ सिरप की जहाँ तक बात है, कफ सिरप जब से ये मेट्रो का काम चालू हुआ है और ये आपका फोक बढ़ना चालू हुआ है, और दिवाली के बाद से करीब 30 से 40 दिन से इसकी